I do too, because it's like not there.
Right.
Oh, there it went. It came back. Well, hello, Mr. Mayor.
All right, here it is.
Dark Mike's Dark World. How are you? Nice to see you. Edgar Sanchez. Well, hello, Mr. Someone's echoing.
I shut it off.
You're good.
That was my bad.
How is everyone on this fine evening? Sorry we're late.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. And you would think us starting an hour later, we would be really prepared and on time.
Not the case.
No. We should just start saying like 8:45. And then in our minds, maybe we'll actually be on at 9. On the days we're on at 9.
Does it let you put ish in like your
Google Calendar?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when I schedule it, I do not have the ish option.
Damn it.
They should make that.
I think everyone knows by now it's ish.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty well known. It's one of our claims to fame.
It's never on purpose.
It is not on purpose. If it was on purpose, we'd be even later.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely the truth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get going right now with the freaky forecast because it's just so super pleasant here in Detroit, you guys. So it's a lovely 75 degrees. We're in a drought over here. We actually are in a drought. There's no rain in the forecast for like the next 10 days. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
That's a drought. That's like a normal week over here.
We are not in Texas. We are sure not.
We see rain and people go nuts. They're like, oh, sweet. Oh, my God.
My favorite is, like, I think it was last year when it snowed a couple of days in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember, but everyone was freaking out, like posting pictures, freaking out about the snow. I'm like, that's so funny.
And you're like, whatever.
Shutting the fucking state down and shit.
I mean, that happened in Georgia too. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I was out there like filming it. I was like, hell yeah, because I haven't seen snow in like years. You know what I mean? Like, I know I grew up in it, but like when you like haven't seen it in like 6+ years, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna film this.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, tell me what's going on in Georgia. How's the weather over there?
So if you want some rain, like let me ship you some rain because I got all the rain. I got all your rain needs. Like I can make it rain for you.
Make it rain.
It's gonna be like it rains every day, and now it's gonna be like more. They're like, so yeah, like it rains here all the time, but now like next week it's like 80% rain guaranteed. You're gonna have rain all the time. Yeah, so like fucking like nothing's dry. Like I can't do shit in the garden because there's no point because the grass is growing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you have to mow like every 2 days. Well, I don't mow, but
no, absolutely not.
yeah. But that's what happens. Like grass is insane. It just rains all the time, and we're gonna get a shit ton more. So, yep. So if you want
do not
some,
have our problems. I would like some, to be honest.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hook you up.
Thank you.
I'll just tell it to go that way.
Be like,
or that way.
that way somewhere. Serena, how about Virginia?
We are 73 degrees right now.
That sounds nice.
Lovely.
It's been raining all week though, and today it stopped, and it was nice and sunny.
Nice.
It's been nice here. Not bad, but you know. The only thing is it's been really muggy.
Uh,
Yeah, it's so
Not a
humid.
Yeah, it's gross. But other than that, whatever.
yeah.
Who's next for our forecast?
I think if you go east, I'm next. We had we broke a record last week. It got to 106.
Oh,
Ugh.
Yeah, it's been in the hundreds all week. It will be in the hundreds for a couple more weeks. So it's just hot and uncomfortable and gross, and I don't want to leave the house. And it makes me tired. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like being in the heat, I like it. It's fun.
No, I don't like it.
It's awful.
Tired. Just get lethargic and don't want to do anything.
right.
I don't really go outside after work. I'm just like, no, I'm good. Like I go to my truck, and then go to Michael's, but that's all air conditioned. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
Go to
Already
Michael's.
helps, for sure.
hot air. So like, but that's it. The rest, I'm like, you know, like in my house, like next to like one of the vents, which is like above me right now. So like it'll just blow on me. Yeah, it's like that. I hate the sun. I'm pretty convinced that I do not like it anymore.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Same here, Lita. Like after work, I just like go home and I don't leave my house unless
Yeah.
I'm like going shopping or something like that.
Yeah, if it's Michael's, then like I'm gonna suffer through it, you know, because they've got the shit out. But
Yeah.
Do it for
Like,
the Halloween stuff.
hell yeah, but grocery shopping, I'm like, do I really have to like
Right.
eat today?
It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit.
For real.
I think we should all have servants. That's for goddamn sure. I don't know why we have to like do
I
our
would
own
just settle for a
stuff.
personal assistant. That's all I want.
That's cool too.
Just somebody to organize my life because I can't.
Yeah, speaking of not going outside, Queenie, how is the weather? Because we all know that Queenie doesn't go outside.
I went outside earlier. It seemed nice. It was sunny. I don't know. Like, it's not like super hot, but it's not a nice temperature either. It's kind of like a little too warm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That's how I'm feeling about it anyway.
I like that.
But I haven't really gone outside that much. I sat like outside for 5 seconds. Then when
You're like, that's my quota.
I'm good for today.
good. Good.
How's it hanging in Canada right now? Beck?
I have no idea.
So I just looked it up. It's 19, feels like 24. So that's Celsius, obviously. I have no idea what that means. I changed it to Fahrenheit. Thank you. They didn't teach us that in American schools. I'm sorry. It's 66, but feels like 75. So probably the same as Laura. I think.
Lovely.
Nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Are you also in a drought?
We actually had some rain this week, but before that, we didn't have rain for a while. My lawn is pretty brown.
Yeah, I can't be bothered to like use a sprinkler.
Yeah, my dad comes over and waters my grass for me.
That is sweet.
There's like a jungle out front in mine, like just dead weeds everywhere.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, my roommates, that's their problem.
No shame. That's what mine looks like because I just can't right now.
Yeah,
Too
it's
hot.
just like,
I'm just looking in the chat and I want to just verbally say hi to everyone. The Michaels, Villegas and Long, Mayor and Vice Mayor, obviously. Edgar Dingleberry is here. Hello, Dingle. Welcome. Like your name, I guess. Zachary, what's up? Edgar, Jamie's in here. Dawn of the Dead. Chronicles of AJ, what's going on? How do I protect my wallet from my wife? Good luck. Yeah, AJ. Sorry. Can't help you with that. Oh, I guess Scottish John is in here under his alias of Hellhounds of Horror. John Steele, Stephen Atkins, Queen Cujo. I'm seeing some
Dino's
new
in there.
faces. I'm loving it. Dina,
Yeah.
what's up? Loving it. Love you all.
Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, thank you. Especially since we're on a little later tonight than usual. Yep. Michael said he's in Texas and it's the gates of hell, so I guess it's really hot.
It's true.
Really hot.
Mm-hmm. Hey, John.
Hey.
Hey.
Do we want to start talking about our movies for the week? For the
Probably.
month? If we should discuss. What do we want to start with?
I don't know.
500 names.
Oh, you want to start with The Bride / The House That Cried Murder / Last House on Massacre Street / other things?
All right. Well, since I picked this one, I'll take the lead. If anybody in the chat's seen it, definitely chime in. But I'll start with the ladies. General thoughts. What do you think?
Actually, I liked this one.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love the lady's crazy laugh.
Yeah.
She was maniacal.
Yeah.
I too enjoyed it, just for pure
cheese.
Laughs.
It's 100% cheese.
It was so funny to me.
Yeah.
And if it was a longer movie, I think it was only like an hour and 10 minutes.
Maybe. It wasn't bad, yeah.
Yeah. If it was longer, I might have been a little more like, eh.
Right.
But guys, it was just jokes. It was so funny. So funny.
I can't get over how
Say that again, Serena. You cut out a little bit.
I can't get over how many different titles.
Yeah, for real.
Seriously, like at least like 6.
What was someone said earlier in our chat why it was originally The Bride, right?
Originally.
Yeah.
And then they changed it why did they change it? Someone had that.
Then they changed it to House on the Edge of Park.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not see a park in that movie.
Yeah, except that weird yard that they always walk through that you're like, where the fuck is this house? And why is it like 3 miles from the road?
Oh, yeah, so they're like just gallivanting through I don't know, it's like a field of wheat or something.
Let me give a quick rundown for Queenie and anybody in the chat who hadn't seen it. And this is just real brief without giving anything away, because technically it does try to have a twist at the end.
It does.
But it's you open up the movie and it's a girl and her guy and they're in a field and she's showing him the house that she built with her own 2 hands because she's a carpenter somehow, and she's talking about how she built this house for them and it's going to be their house together and they're super in love. And then, you know, he's apprehensive because her dad doesn't approve, your traditional kind of plot there. And then they finally go through that. They tell the dad, we're just going to get married anyway. So you cut to the wedding. She's so happy. It's her wedding day. She finds out literally at the ceremony that this guy is cheating on her. And side note, I just love the way this scene plays out because it's like, it's just such a weird transition where he's so happy and then he sees this girl and then he's like, okay, we got to do it. And then they go up into this room and they immediately start making out and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you literally just said your vows 20 minutes ago.
You're like, damn.
Anyway, so she obviously, the bride walks in, sees them, goes crazy, starts stabbing them, and then comes out in this epic scene where, I love this scene where she's covered in blood.
Favorite scene.
In her gown, and everybody's like, what the fuck? And she loses it, and she starts laughing hysterically, and then takes off. Never to be seen from me.
Can I stop?
Yeah.
Right there though? 'Cause I just want to elaborate on this scene.
It's so good.
It's my favorite scene in the whole movie. So when she sees this happening with the guy, her husband, her now husband, and the woman that he's sleeping with, apparently, she sees these two together. She just like reaches out. There's a pair of scissors just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, grabs it and just walks up to him, stabs him in the arm. Like, and that's it. That's all. And then she just walks out after she gives him a nice stab in the arm. Now she's in blood. Walks out, and everyone's staring. What is she? What are you all staring at? Well, okay, you got blood like all over your wedding dress. And she goes, you should see the other guy.
Yeah.
She starts laughing so hard. It was so funny. And then proceeds to go ballistic on her wedding cake.
Right. That's right. So, question
Phenomenal.
to the group, ladies. On your wedding day, at your ceremony, you discover such a sight. What is your reaction? And is it justifiable to grab some scissors and go to town?
Yeah, definitely justifiable. I don't know if I would do that, but it is justifiable.
I wouldn't have ruined the cake, though. I would have just, like, taken it to the car with me.
It's like I draw the line at ruining that fucking cake.
Right? That cake was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, after she runs off, and then you... maybe it was just me, but when I saw it, I didn't know if the dude was dead or whatever. And so I was like trying to figure out, okay, where's this movie going? How's this going to play out? But then later you are in a really uncomfortable scene of the dude and the father-in-law at lunch. And it's super uncomfortable because you're like, why are they having lunch together? And they're really awkward together. But the dad is pretty much saying like, no, I'm sorry things worked out the way they did. I'm sorry my daughter stabbed you. He's like, do you guys think you'll ever make up and get back together? And the guy was like, I don't know. And it's just really uncomfortable because the dad is like, well, you know, I believe in family and you guys got married and now you're family. So we need to just make this work. And you're like, okay, super weird, traditional old man. All right, I get it. But it's like a really weird, uncomfortable lunch. And then for like 45 minutes, you get like him and his new girl on these like super romantic dates, and they're super in love and they're going around town, and
There's
like
a great montage in there with them like at the fair.
Yeah.
So bizarre. Spending so much time with the two of them being in love that you're like, okay, is this the main couple?
We're unsure. And we find out at this lunch, which I thought was just funny, that the cheating husband has a job with the bride's dad, and is still working there. Has not lost his job, and I think it was supposed to be a year later, and the bride is still missing.
Yeah, I would have totally fired him. I would have been
yeah, he's not fired. The guy's like, yeah, she disappears a lot. This is like normal. No one seems all that concerned that she's missing. Like,
that's true. Yeah, he's just like,
come back.
I'm
eventually.
sure she'll come back. So throughout all this romantic, everybody's happy, even though we have no idea what the hell's going on. You get your typical creepy phone calls. You know, somebody mysteriously leaves a wedding dress in the house, and the new girl tries it on, thinking that was a surprise proposal. But let's be honest, that's the weirdest conclusion anybody would jump to.
So weird.
But it's starting to get more and more tense, and it culminates with was it a chicken? A rooster?
Yeah, it was a root. Well, I think he just said it's a chicken, but I think it was.
Yeah, it looked like a
later.
Rooster.
It looked real too. Like it was kind of like, ooh.
They actually did a pretty good job with that. It reminded me of The Godfather with the horse head in the back.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Because we've learned that Barbara, the bride, is cuckoo. She has tortured a chicken in the past. The father tells this to
the
husband. Like, he's like, when she was a young girl, and tells the tale of this chicken who pecked her or something, and she slowly cut the head off of this rooster.
I know, right?
Chicken. Yeah.
So it does a good job at like, or at least for me personally, I was watching it and kind of trying to figure out the ending, you know, and I didn't know for sure, but I was like, okay, well, it must be her, and she's like stalking them and gonna exact revenge or something. So, but it does a good job at not fully leading you down that path. Like it kind of just leaves just enough to the imagination that you don't know for sure. Maybe you suspect the father, maybe it's just some other lunatic, because they never show her and they never hear her voice. So they hide that from you.
Yep.
But so, okay, so what happens? So after the crazy night with the chicken, the stalker totally scares off the new chick. She's like freaking the fuck out. And she bails, which I don't blame her. I'd bail too. No man is worth that. And
too much baggage.
Way too much baggage. And then he finally gets a call, and the person is on the other end is like, if you want to know what's going on, come to the house. And so he goes to the house to kind of get resolution. And if I remember right, he's pretty convinced it's her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he thinks she's been stalking him. She's scared away his new girl. She's trying to ruin his life, and he's fucking pissed. And so he goes to the house, and he's ready to confront her and like get this shit on the road. Oh, and I totally forgot his dream sequence. He has the most bizarre dream sequence. That was really kind of well shot. I like the way they did the angles and everything. But basically, without giving away any spoilers, I don't know if anybody cares, but he gets to the house, and that's when you get the epic conclusion where he sees the dad, and he thinks, oh my God, it was you the whole time. You did this. And the dad was like, no. And you guys will have to forgive me if I'm butchering it. It's been a couple of days. But he was like, no, it was her. And he thinks, oh, she was alive this whole time. I knew it. And he sees her in the coffin pretending to be dead. And the dad is like, no, she is really dead. And he's like, I don't fucking buy it. And he was like, go ahead, just walk up to her and see. So he goes up to the coffin, and you as the viewer, you're not sure, like, is she going to pop out and get him, or is she really dead, or what's going on? But she's really there, and she's really dead with the noose around her neck, because you find out that on the wedding day, after she went cray, she went to the house and hung herself. And then the dad, while the guy is looking at the corpse, the dad, knife or an axe right to the head, which is awesome. And so he falls down, and then the dad's like, now they'll finally be together like they should have been, husband and wife, and da-da-da-da-da. And then the guy wakes up later after the dad is gone, and you're like, what is going on? Did he not actually kill him? Like, because he's got a scar, so how did he survive that? And then he's in the bedroom, and she's there, and she's walking around and talking, and you're like, holy shit, did she fake the whole thing? And so he's freaking out, and he doesn't know what's going on, and she's acting really kooky, and she's like, don't worry, you've got plenty of time to figure it out. And he's like, I don't want to fucking hang out with you. You're crazy. I want out of here. And so he's trying to run away and get out of this house. And she's like, no, my friend, you are not going anywhere. She's like, ultimately, the way it ends is like a really sweet, satisfying moment for me, because she's basically like, you ruined my life, and now I'm going to ruin your afterlife, and you're stuck here in this house with me for all eternity. And I just love that ending. Yeah.
It was hilarious. I do want to point out that there was only one kill in this entire movie.
Besides the chicken.
Right. That was off screen. There was one on screen kill, okay? I'll say that much. That was the only disappointing part for a movie that was called The Last House on Massacre Street. I really thought the girlfriend should have died. You know, she was kind of a cunt. Like,
she deserved it. Yeah.
She was hooking up with this guy on his wedding day. That's fucked up.
I thought he's
more fucked up, but so is she.
I thought she was like gonna be dead. When that didn't happen, I was like, okay.
Especially because they made her really unlikable. Like, she was always bitchy, and she was always like like his wife wasn't even technically dead, just missing, and she was already like nagging on him, like, why the fuck aren't we getting married? And I was like, damn girl, slow your roll.
Yeah.
Bitch, please take a step back and look at your life. Like,
Right.
honest to God.
Look at your life. Look at your choices.
Look at your choices.
What are you doing?
I want everyone's thoughts on this because I've been talking a lot. I feel like.
Yeah, sorry guys. I just totally went into like the whole story for everybody.
I like that. I like that you gave the synopsis of the whole.
It was
story.
your movie, so
I know. Well,
that's
it's
what you
like,
get to do.
Not everybody saw it. At least now they'll know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Serena, do you want to go since like you like really liked it?
Yeah. At first, I was like, "What is this?" And then I don't know. As soon as I saw her go crazy, the new husband, I knew I would like this movie. Oh, God. That lady went crazy. But I was disappointed she didn't kill the
other shit. Yeah.
I was surprised. But yeah. I don't know.
Same.
I like this one. I want to get this. I want to actually buy this.
Right on.
Yeah.
Which one are you buying though? House on Massacre Lane, The Bride, or?
So
I can't imagine like a fancy Blu-ray exists of this one, guys. Sorry. So
I think everyone's out of luck on that.
I found out the original title was called The House That Cried Murder.
Oh, okay.
That's
nice.
the original title. And I'm pretty sure that's what they released the Blu-ray on. So I'll look for that.
Nice.
There is a Blu-ray of this movie.
Yeah. They actually
Phenomenal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to say that I think most of us watched the one that was on YouTube.
Yeah.
I had
If anyone
to.
wants to watch it, it's on there as The Bride. If you
Right.
want to give it a watch. It was not bad quality, actually. It really wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I could watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was kind of shit, honestly. Like I didn't watch it on a laptop. I watched it on my TV. And it's like it's not actually YouTube on the Fire Stick. It's like called Mobile Tube. So I don't know if that's what like.
Weird.
What?
So
Yeah,
it's
I don't
like
know.
a third party streaming from a third party.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I feel like that might have killed the resolution, and like I wasn't breaking out the laptop because I'd gone through Turistas and like I was on a time crunch because I really wanted to go to Michael's, but I was like I got to watch these movies, so and like the quality was like kind of bad, and I think that's why it was because it was like a third party app streaming it. But I mean, even then, like I think I could still appreciate, like I really liked how they did the camera work in this movie. For being like, you know, a B movie, they really like put effort in thinking about that, which does not usually happen in B movies. They don't really care. They're just trying to make the movie usually and not make the angles interesting. Like I also felt like I was like going a little crazy when I watched this.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit. Like I was like I don't know, like she was crazy, and then like the way they shot the movie and when they did some of the camera spins, I was like, holy shit, you know, like I felt like I was going like a little insane. And then the music that they put on some of that is just like really not disturbing, but like mentally, like it fucked with me a little bit just because I was like, what, you know, it was just a little disjointing for me, which is rare for a movie to do that. If I felt like I was like, I understand why this chick is crazy, because this movie feels like I'm going fucking crazy.
That's cool.
So I didn't think it was really that bad. Like when you apologize for it, like the beginning dragged a lot, and I was like, how long is this? How long is this? How long is this? But then when like shit started happening, I was like, okay, like I get it. This is actually like something that I'm interested in watching, which is like what a lot of people said on Letterboxd, that app that talks about movies. They're like, you know, like if you like, you know, go past like the first like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes of the movie till she like starts doing the stabby. Like
The stabby.
you get like not like really concerned, but you want to see how the hell this like resolves itself. And the twist at the end is really fucking good.
It was.
And yeah, and I think she was like, the actress was like super creepy. Like she was creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
She played crazy pretty well, I thought.
Hell yeah. That's why I was like, I think I'm crazy. Like this bitch is crazy. She's got a reason.
I get it. I get her.
Yeah. Like, yeah. So I thought it was decent. I would have never watched that movie. Once again, I feel like I say that every stream when somebody else is like picking stuff. I'm like, I wouldn't have watched that.
That's what I love about our show and how we do the movie picks. I feel like there's so much that I never in a million years would watch.
Yeah.
Unless one of you guys said this is what we're watching.
First off, like the title thing, I would have been like, all right, too much work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck if this is it or not, so I'm not even gonna bother because of that. But I would say watch it once, at least for the crazy. If you like crazy bitches, this is the movie for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, if anyone in the townsfolk, if you guys did not see it, check it out. I think it's totally worth a watch.
Well, I'm super glad you guys watched it and you found something fun in it, because I know, like I said, I apologize beforehand because I know
You
that
did.
this, you know, this is one of those movies. Like I really enjoy kind of the obscure B, like low budgety stuff like this, but some of it's shit. Some of it, you know, like Lita said, I totally agree. The camera angles were really interesting. They did something unique. They took the plot and they toyed with it just enough so that it was familiar but still new, and you actually wanted to watch to see how it ended because you weren't sure. And I was just like super surprised how much I enjoyed this movie, and so I was hoping you guys would like it, but I knew it's a B movie. It was shot in the 70s. It's got like 45 minutes of just bullshit, and I was like, oh.
It was a slow burn a bit. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I went into this movie expecting not to like it at all, and then I was like very pleasantly surprised. It was so good. Like, just the humor in it was awesome, and I don't know, like I like that it was short because it was just easy to watch. Like, it was just a fun watch.
Yeah, I totally agree. A little bit longer, and I might have been a little iffy at it.
Yeah,
I agree. I was, like I said, I was checking the time. Can I just like say something? I forgot. I forgot about this, but like when she like showed the house, and she's like, "This is my house," and I was like, "That house looks fucking like an insane person built that," and I was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah." Jamie said in the chat, she's like, "It's the most fucked up, most ridiculous looking house."
Exactly. Like
she's
I was
absolutely right.
Yeah, when she started going nuts, I was like, I understand. I've got you. We're good.
What did the husband call it? A kook's house? He said it's your house, a kook's house.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought he said spook house. Like spook.
Is that what he said?
I don't know if it's
kook house.
It could.
He did, yeah. He did kind of talk, like, he was often like, "You're fucking crazy," especially at the end.
Right. That's what I was talking about when he flips
out. But I love that scene though, because he's so mad and he thinks that she's totally just normal but crazy, and so he's like, "Just get the fuck away from me," and she knows, and she's just like, "Not tonight." And I just fucking love the way it ended.
Yeah,
it was perfect. Did anyone else notice? And we find out that she is very wealthy. Her family is very wealthy.
Right.
This bitch doesn't have a job. So there's this scene where she's like in her dad's office and trying to convince him that she should be allowed to build a house. And she like sits on his lap
Yeah.
And it gets a little gross. And he says, okay, you can build a house. And it's like a very prolonged kiss on the lips between her and her father. Did you guys notice that? I'm like, this is super gross.
I mean, I felt uncomfortable with it, but then I was like, it's like the 70s, so like they're like those also, like, I don't know, have like any of this shit from that genre. I'm kind of like, even the Brady Bunch, I'm kind of like, ew, you know?
Yeah, it's got to be the generation thing. But it totally does play into this full sense of just unease. Like, these people are all kind of nuts. Because by the end of it, you realize both her and the dad are just fucking nuts. And you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the dad was just stringing him along with this job.
Yeah.
Just kind of trying to keep him around, I think, to set up that final.
I know, right? When you realize all the effort he put into everything and all the... Like, really, he was behind it all, and you're just like, okay, he's just as crazy as his daughter. Got it.
Yeah. I want to know what everyone's favorite scene was. Mine is when she came down with blood on her dress.
Yep.
Said, you should see the other guy, and then starts fucking her wedding cake up.
Yeah.
Best time of my life. I was laughing out loud by myself. I was dying.
Yeah.
By far.
I think I definitely have 3. That one, the dream sequence with him, and just, you know, they have him in these weird nooks and crannies and everything, and you just like, you feel like you're tripping on LSD, and you're just like, what is going on? And then the, you know, that very last scene where she's just laughing and you realize what's going on, and you're just like, oh shit. I don't know. Those are my 3 favorites for sure.
What about you, Vic?
Yeah, definitely the wedding scene where she walks downstairs. That was hilarious. So that scene, and then the end scene where they're looking down and he sees both of their bodies. That was really cool.
That was a good one.
That was awesome.
Oh, it was cool how they shot that too from like above.
Yeah.
They kind of showed. I thought that was really cool.
I wonder if that's like somebody's actual house. Like, because Lita's right. It is a fucking weird ass looking house. The hallways and like, I didn't even know how many stories it was. Because at one point it looks like 3, but when you look at it from the outside, there's only 2. I don't know. It's just a weird house.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be modern, she said, or contemporary. Contemporary, she says. John Steele wants to know what year it came out. What year was that?
1973.
Thank you.
73.
I'm on IMDb right now because I wanted to see if I could find if it was like kook or spook, because like I said, like my shit was like my watching resolution, possibly audio, was pretty crap. So I don't know exactly what he said, but there's only one quote for the movie on IMDb. It's kind of a funny one, actually.
What is it?
Like, so it's when he's talking to his girlfriend, and so David goes, "Go make yourself look human, and I'll take you to dinner." And then she's like, "You say the sweetest things." I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Go make yourself look human. That's perfect.
He was a douchebag.
He was the
douche.
worst.
Yeah.
The absolute worst.
Yeah, it's funny because they spent so long on the 2 of them and their dates and their romance, but you just like, for me personally, like both of them, I'm like, you people are awful. Like, why? And then the super long montage of them dating, and I'm like, you don't deserve this.
So weird. The fair montage, I couldn't take it. The ladies in the chat are talking about wearing a poncho over their wedding dress so they don't fuck it up before they murder the guy.
That's smart.
Good thinking.
Yes,
I will make note of that.
That's thinking ahead. Because you know that dry cleaner's bill is going to be a motherfucker.
I can totally just imagine, like, you're getting dressed, wearing your poncho, and the groom's like, what's that for? And you just give him this look that's like, just in case.
Got my fucking eye on you, bro.
Yeah. Just show him a copy of this movie, whichever one.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, and hi to our 15 viewers. Love you all so much. You guys are the best. I'm enjoying reading the chat. They're quite lively.
Yeah, me too.
Queenie, okay, Queenie, since you didn't get to watch it, based on what we've said about the movie, would you watch it?
I would watch it. When I tried to go look for it, though, there was like this other movie that was coming up, I think, and it had no subtitles, and I need subtitles because I'm like a little deaf. So.
Oh, interesting. I think it's on. I watched the Amazon Prime version, and it had subtitles. Maybe that one. But
I couldn't get that one to work. Because I don't actually have an account. My friend does, so.
Got it.
And I was trying to do it on my phone, and my phone is a little special.
Mine wouldn't stream on Amazon either. I had to watch the YouTube one. I know, it was very strange. Yeah. And I do have Prime, but it did not work out.
Yeah, mine was YouTube too, so.
I'm definitely getting the Blu-ray. I'm just saying. A side note, I am super grateful that YouTube has so many like B-budget, never put on DVD kind of movies. I just love going on YouTube and like you do the related, and I have seen so many bad movies from there. I just love it.
So many.
I'm grateful people have movies on there, period.
Right.
Like, I know I like sound like cheap when I'm like $2.99, you know, like I think I had to do that for like Thanksgiving, and I was like, but is it like really worth $2 or $3? You know, like for me, not for Amy. But like,
if I have like an emotional investment in it, then yeah, it's worth it.
Exactly.
I'm attached to them, you know.
But if you don't know the movie, like,
like $2.
That gets me quite a bit on the dollar menu. I don't know about this.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm grateful that some people like do put like this crap up there like that, and they're like, I mean, like I said, like resolution, whatever, you know, like I'll still watch it. Shit, like Imprint was like chopped up all to hell, and I still watch that movie off YouTube.
Yeah, didn't you watch like the weird Spanish version or something?
Yeah, my God. I feel like
that's
watch
like some strange versions of films.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep.
You're a real trooper. You truly are.
I don't know, man. Is cheap being a trooper?
Yes.
Because I feel like
an inspiration. You're an inspiration to us all. Okay, do we want to rate this? Are we ready? Go ahead, Serena. You're cutting out a little bit.
I said, meanwhile, I spend like $50 to $100.
You don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you've got shelves, man. Like, where the fuck am I gonna put that shit? My shit is. This is the Halloween Depot. you can have your like VHS DVD collection, and that's what your shelves have. Like my shelves have Halloween shit all over the place, and that's all that I have space allotted for.
No, I can totally relate. You're a collector person. You can only have so much room, and so you have to decide which collection gets priority.
Yeah. Right. If I had two of them, like if it was like Sailor Moon, like DVD, VHS, and Halloween, like I wouldn't live here anymore. For real.
You couldn't fit in the home. It'd be a Halloween museum.
I would be like out in the garage, like possibly sleeping next to the pig. So.
Yep. What else could you do?
Probably not buy shit, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, especially considering the cute stuff that's at Michael's right now.
Yeah.
Whole different topic. Whole different topic.
Look at it. Nope. Just not. It's not Halloween yet. It's not Halloween yet.
Keep telling yourself that.
Halloween.
Yeah, every day is Halloween. It is Halloween 24/7, 365 up in this bitch.
Yeah, thanks to the internet, I get that shit all the time.
Okay, are we ready for ratings?
Yeah.
Okay, and anyone in the townsfolk, if you guys watched it, we need your ratings as well, because I'm curious. I am very curious to see what everyone thought about it.
Has anyone in the chat watched it?
I think a couple people have.
Props to you for like sticking to finding the actual fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
So confusing.
And you know, in the future, like just an FYI, in the future, if we post movies, you guys don't know where to find them, you could always send one of us a message. We might be able to link you to where we found it, depending on what it is, if you want to join in. And because this one was kind of strange to find because of the different titles.
Yeah. If you want the free shit, I can probably tell you where that is.
Lita knows. It could be a cam with people walking back and forth.
Yeah.
Could be in a different language dubbed over, but
I don't guarantee that you won't have coughing in your video, but
you can watch it for free.
Exactly.
But you get what you pay for, so you can't bitch about free. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my philosophy.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Phil. How are your creepy vids tonight?
So I can read it.
Okay.
I will. So in the beginning, I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be like a 5 for me." But then when they started going all like nuts and stuff like that, I was like, "This is pretty good." So I would actually put it at like almost a 7. So like a 6.9 for the last couple like parts of it and the twist at the end.
Nice.
Your girl loves a coffin, so anything that has that in there, I'm gonna be like, yup. But yeah, I think like I would say like a 6.9. I think it could be a 7 if I watched it with better resolution.
Right on. Okay.
I really liked the ending and like that part of it and the house and all that. That really is a fucking saver for this movie, honestly.
Yeah. Plus the stabby.
Yeah, exactly. That was good too. That was like, all right, we're getting somewhere here. So.
Hell yeah. I agree with you on that. Ray, you want to go last since you were
Yeah, you guys go. I'll go last.
All right. How about Vic? What'd you think?
I've been debating whether I want to rate this a 6.5 or a 7. I actually really like this movie. So I think I'm going to give it a 6.75. It doesn't get a full 7 because she ruined the cake, and I that cake, so it gets a 6.75.
Wait, you know what? That guy that was like behind the cake ruined that cake before she did because he was all like licking up on it.
He was.
Like he was like,
so true.
I totally forgot about that guy. That was hilarious.
During the wedding montage, he's like,
yeah.
Who does that? Cake.
Oh my god.
That fucker.
So that cake's already been ruined. I guess, is that like, I don't know, insinuation towards this whole thing? Like this shit's gonna get wrecked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Foreshadowing.
I know.
I enjoyed it. I will give this movie a 7. I was very pleasantly surprised and entertained by it. It was bad, but funny and good bad.
Right. Nice.
Very much so. So, yeah, I liked it. And I'm a harsh critic, guys. I feel like a 7's pretty high for me.
Yeah.
So I want everyone to watch it now.
Yeah, I think it's a one-time watch just to see if you can make it through the first part. But I think the payoff at the end is worth it.
Yeah.
I concur. Who else needs to rate it?
Serena.
I give it a 7, and I would have given it an 8, but because the side chick didn't die,
yeah,
lost the point. So
that's
I actually really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yep, good pick.
Nice. Aw, you guys are so sweet.
You're such a good picker, Ray.
Well, I mean, we all kind of went in the same realm there, which was like a high 6, 7 kind of feel. I mean, I'm gonna I would do it the same. I'd give it a 7. It definitely had some lacking parts. The montage was drawn out, and the fact that she didn't die when it would have been very satisfying and add to the tension if she did. But the bride was a great actress. She pulled off crazy so well.
Mm-hmm.
The dad was a good actor. He pulled off serious, but you're not sure what's going on with him. And that ending was just, usually I can predict an ending pretty early in the movie, but this one actually threw me for a loop. I was guessing up until the very end.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to twist like that, and that is rare.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of always see what's coming.
Yeah, with the amount of movies that we watch, like all of us, like we can predict. Like, let's be real, most horror movies we can predict who the killer is pretty easily. But this one, I will fully admit, had me guessing up until the end.
I guess that's kind of why like we're all so disappointed that the side chick didn't die, because that's to be expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, well, no, okay, but like, because that's what a horror movie now would do.
Yeah,
she would be dead,
and there'd be like 4 other randos that are dead too, just because they want the body count high.
Yeah. Like not even associated with a side chick, just kind of there, just so you know you can have your like gore cap.
That is quite true. I have to agree with that. Our mayor gave it a 3.5.
I do wonder, and I'm just gonna say this, and y'all feel free to chime in. Maybe I'm wearing a tinfoil hat right now, but I wonder if it's because us as females maybe related to the bride a little bit, and the whole revenge / justice / jilted lover kind of thing. I wonder if that's why we enjoyed it more than Michael did.
And John gave it a 6 out of 10, however.
Okay, John.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I can see that. We're like, kill this bitch.
Well,
right.
And
I mean,
him.
it's definitely relatable for us. You know?
I thought it was relatable.
But I would get that.
She was. It was somehow still relatable.
Yeah, I would straight up torment my, husband if he did me wrong in the afterlife. I'd be like, "That's what all eternally. I'm gonna get you back now."
Yeah. They're talking about Phantasm and the townsfolk. Stop harassing me. And Serena and Vic, it's rude. We don't want to talk about Phantasm, okay? God damn it, everyone.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, let's jump into Turistas. And Serena, this was your pick, so I say start us off, sister.
I need like a 30-second break, but you guys can start without me. I'll be right back.
Okay. So I picked Turistas, and it was a 2006 American horror. And who's the star? Josh Duhamel and Olivia Wilde. And it's just about backpackers that go to Brazil, and then they find out that they're really being hunted down by organ harvesters. Mm-hmm. So did everybody watch it? I don't even know if everybody watched it.
I think so.
I've seen it. This is my third time seeing it.
Okay. So I don't know. I have like a love-hate with this film. I don't know. It's really slow, and that kind of annoys me. And I feel like the last 30 minutes get really intense and it's overwhelming. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm iffy. I don't know. I'm off and on with this film. Like I said, it's very love-hate for me. But I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, I like that.
Right? It is scary. I picked it because it's appropriate for summer.
Totally.
Traveling and stuff. And honestly, organ harvesting is scary as hell to me.
Yeah.
Like, it really is so scary. It's like a perfect horror.
I mean, that's some real life shit.
Yeah,
I know, it's so scary. And these people had no clue. Like, they're just happy backpackers going to Brazil. Nope. And then, I feel like everybody, I'll probably spoil it, but almost everybody's dead.
Right. And the ending. I liked the ending. It was cute. For me, it was perfect timing, I guess, because, you know, there's a lot of this kind of like, oh, you go to a foreign country and something bad happens and you're kind of stuck because you're out of your element. Right. And so that's always been like a fun kind of regular theme. But then literally just recently, I read about a woman getting kidnapped here in my town in Austin. And she was in the middle of downtown in a busy, well-known, safe street. And they literally just grabbed her and pulled her into the car and they had her restrained. And it was like, it made me remember that shit is real. You know what I mean? Like it went from being a movie plot to like people really do go to Brazil or wherever and shit like this happens. And it was like, oh, damn.
Scary.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a scary element of it, is that it is a thing that happens. And this came out like right after Hostel, I think.
I think so.
But it's way better.
Completely different film, and I think it's a lot better than Hostel. But I'm not a Hostel fan.
I love Hostel.
I know you do, so I'm apologizing in advance. Okay. So, okay, you love Hostel, but do you love Turistas more?
No.
Okay. So you just picked it like to be like, let's just go off.
And it would be a good summer film.
Yeah.
But some of it is just so, the beginning of it annoys me. It's very like happy and they're on the beach, they're waterfall.
I see.
I just wanted everyone to die. And
most of them did, luckily.
And then you realize what's happening. You know, the doctors come out and they start taking people. Then it gets good, but you gotta battle through it first.
Well, it was just it was a lot of poor decision making.
Yeah,
a lot of really bad decision making.
Ew, the scene where they take out her belly ring.
Yeah. He just like drops it on the table.
I know, when you hear it, it's like ding.
Yeah.
It makes mine hurt.
Yeah, I had trouble like empathizing with all these people because of the poor decisions. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. I was just like, because they're just, maybe it's because it was like early 2000s. So, and they always did the young, pretty American looking. And I'm just like, meh. So I like had no empathy whatsoever for them.
Yeah.
Want them
all their hair blonde. And
I know, right?
Yeah. Let's jump in the ocean, take our shirts off. Nobody cares.
It felt like to me like horror satire somehow. Like I think that's why I liked it, because I just was laughing the whole time watching this. Like people are idiots. Thank you for proving
that's the subtitle.
Yeah.
I'm just like, just put your, and I understand their early 20s or whatever, but Josh Duhamel's character seemed somewhat smart. Like he wasn't trying to have his sister in danger and do stupid things. Yet they go to the super shady bar, drinking. Yeah. Like he wouldn't even have ice in his drink because he's afraid of dysentery.
Right.
But he's not. He has no qualms about perhaps being drugged at this legit weird bar that's in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Like, well, isn't that Brazil though? I
don't know. Is that a thing in Brazil that there's bars in the middle of nowhere, like a little tiki bar?
Yeah, I think there are.
I'd like to go last because I actually lived in Brazil for 3 years. So.
Oh, nice.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear your input on this. This will be amazing, actually. So yeah, the decision making was bad, and I feel like at the time those three actors, the main three, were very relevant at the time. So they did have a good cast, and the acting was pretty decent. So I did like that part of it. But yeah, the whole first half, I guess,
it's just not good.
Yeah. But I feel like Hostel was like that too. There's nothing going on in Hostel for the first half either.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well, they have to set up, you know. I guess they have to
Maybe
like.
not for that long though.
Well, I agree with that. You could get right into it, but then like you would probably lose like I don't know 45 minutes of the movie.
Right.
Yep.
And then no one would like they wouldn't get their well I don't know, I'm not sure how like the movie shit works, but like I feel like runtime is like a thing now, and like when this movie was made they started like feeling like runtime is a thing too, you know, because like this was obviously longer than The Bride, The House on Massacre.
No, I totally get
Whatever.
it. Yeah, early 2000s. I think you're right. Like it did kind of seem to be a trend that you put in whatever you could to get it to that hour 30 mark or whatever.
Yeah, like it's a length thing. I think Hostel's like the same length as fucking Turistas. You know what I mean? I think it's it's like an hour and a half shit, and now we're at like 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I don't, I don't know. Like I feel like they know that like I don't know. There's something up with that. Now they're making them longer for some
They
fucking
could.
reason.
For the most part, I don't even mind long movies. Like if you go back and watch like old movies, you know, like fucking Gone with the Wind or something, you know, like movies or like fucking what's the one, Cleopatra. Like they used to be so long that they had these intermissions, and
Yeah,
but it
that's
worked
true.
because the plot was really long and you had like this really huge story. Like Teresa's just didn't have the story to support an hour and a half.
Gone with the Wind covered a 4-year war.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
That made some sense there. Victoria, what were your like initial thoughts? Had you seen it before? Is this a rewatch? Tell us more.
Okay, so this was the first time I saw this movie. And I'm going to preface this by saying that this type of horror isn't my favorite kind of horror. Like, I prefer horror movies where it's like stuff goes on as stuff that could not happen in real life.
Like supernatural. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like paranormal movies are like my favorite type of
right on.
Same.
I don't know, like this is kind of like a different kind of horror because it's like this could actually happen in real life and it's kind of like a different kind of creepiness, I guess. So but otherwise like I did like the movie though. Like I thought it was filmed really well. Like the underwater scene, that was really cool.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And
I agree.
I couldn't imagine being there and being underwater and being chased by that guy. Like that would suck so much. So I don't know. I think overall it was a really good movie. Like it was done well. The acting was good. But just overall not my type of movie that I would watch otherwise.
Right.
Like because it freaks you out that it could happen to you?
Yeah.
You're just in general don't like it.
Like, yeah, like I don't like horror that it's like realistic, like it could happen. However, like when I go to like if I go to a tropical place on a resort, like I'm not very adventurous. Like generally I'll just stay on the resort. So I feel like this probably wouldn't happen to me. But now it's like if we go somewhere, I'm gonna be more like
That's good. It's just a lesson to be safe.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make good decisions.
Yeah, right.
I do. Go ahead, Serena. Sorry.
I said, don't be an idiot and get your liver and kidneys removed.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Oh, you know, while I was watching that scene, because I don't think I'd seen this movie in a good 10 years. When I was watching the scene where the doctor's taking out the liver and kidneys, I'm like, they better medically explain this. Or Serena, in like particular, is really going to be pissed. Like, they better medically explain how they're getting these organs back to town in time. And they did address it, so.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was correct, that I don't know. But, yeah. Did you guys also notice how he contradicted himself when he was saying basically he's running a business to get organs to these gringos, but then he started saying he'd rather have these organs he's giving it to Brazilian children. Did you guys catch that at all?
Yeah. No, what he said was
he would
back from rich gringos. Gringos means white person.
Yeah. He's giving those to the real hospital because like all they do is harvest organs from Brazil for us, for America or I guess Canada or Europe or whatever, you know what I mean? Like
wherever people want to come from, I guess.
Right.
Who are rich
wherever's got this, they will pay for organs, and they'll get them from a third world country, which Brazil is. And he's trying to rectify that injustice by getting rich white kids organs and putting them in Brazilian children that have heart defects, liver, kidney, whatever. So that's what he was doing on the side, I guess.
Right. He was trying to help his country, his area.
Yeah.
He was.
Everybody's poor. However, just for the record, most of our organs are from dead people in America. It's not like we're shipping organs from Peru for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't believe all that.
No. This legit usually happens within the hospital environment here.
Not that scary.
Mm-mm.
That part, I was like, what?
Hold up, what?
Wait a minute. Also wanted to talk about the end when they were being chased in the underwater caves. That was so claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Especially when they had these tiny little air pockets.
Yeah.
And they would have to go up and just suck some air out. I found it completely unrealistic that they would have survived that situation. But with the adrenaline and the amount of oxygen you would have needed, and the energy they were putting out, there's no way they could have gotten by with just that little amount of oxygen. But at the same time, I liked it because it was really,
it's intense.
Made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was really suspenseful, and I agree with you saying that it's not plausible, because I was like, these cuts are mad long, it's long, I was like, I don't think I can hold my breath that long, and not know where the fuck I'm going. And honestly, I can swim mad good, so I can do the whole hold your breath shit for a long ass time. And when they were going through the last bit of the caves at the end of the movie, I was like, I'm not sure about that, man. I really don't think that's no. Just no. It's a no for me. I'm not going to subscribe to that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Oh, and who else really liked Kiko, even though he was shitty?
Oh, I did.
I loved Kiko.
I was so annoyed, but
I know. He did try. He told them to go back, but they convinced him to keep going.
Too late.
It was far too late.
Dude, those people got warned so many goddamn times.
They sure
you know what
did.
I mean?
They sure did.
They were like, leave, and they're like, oh.
Fucking white people. That's what they say,
Yeah, they literally do say that in this movie.
And despite all of that, and then they're 10 hours, which they said they hiked 10 hours through the jungle to this waterfall. They've been completely robbed of all of their belongings. They don't even have clothes. But they get to the waterfall and they're like, "Oh my god, let's go swimming!" And one girl's making out with the guy from London, and I'm like,
"See what I mean?
It's
like
just
a fucking comedy."
Yeah,
that's how I saw it.
They hadn't even been drinking or anything. I mean, if they were drunk at this point, I'd be like, "Okay, I'll give them a little pass." But they were just stone cold sober, hiking in bare feet in the jungle for 10 hours. And get so happy and excited about going swimming in the waterfall. So I just wanted to bring that up.
True.
if you look at it as a big joke, then it's funny.
You're right.
It's way better. It's a way better experience.
Yeah. I want to see what the townsfolk has to say about any of this.
This film. Did you like this film?
Are you asking the townsfolk?
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, what's up? Hey, Jessica.
Lita, you said you lived in Brazil and you had some special thoughts on this movie because of that. What's up?
Yes, let's hear it.
Oh, yeah. I
was in I was in elementary school when I moved to Brazil. I lived there for about 3 years. And the first thing I remember asking my mom about Brazil is like, why can't we have a house? Why do we have to live in an apartment? And she was like, because my business, like my office, because she worked for like a major like corporation at that time. They were like, so they did like cost analysis and they found that an apartment is safer, the only option for you guys to live in if you go and work for us in this country, because a house will almost guarantee that you get murdered in Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like, yeah. So, and I was like, okay, like that's a good explanation for us living in an apartment, because I wanted a house, you know, and I always lived in like a house. So I was like, why are we living in an apartment? And I will follow that up with when we were leaving Brazil, when we were moving back to the U.S., I think it was like 3 months before that, the doorman at the apartment building next to us got murdered because he refused to open the security door. So that is Brazil. I don't know. I don't know if it's gotten much better. I feel like from what I've read about Brazil that it has gotten the same or a little worse. So yeah, like what they like show, like the shit that goes on in Turistas, as far as like the bars in the middle of nowhere and people getting kidnapped and disappearing for like you don't find them anymore. That is
it's
the
legit.
that's the most common theme in that country. Like you can go missing so fast and no one is going to come and find your ass because the police don't give a fuck. They do not fucking care. They are trying to look out for their self, number one, and that's pretty much it. As long as nobody gives them any bullshit about like anything, that's all they fucking care about. They're just trying to do their job. They don't want to fill out paperwork, so they're not going to go fucking find your ass. So if you're planning a trip to Brazil or any country like that, I would suggest like watching your ass. Like, do not get fucking like stupid drunk like these people do in like this like miscellaneous bar. Watch your shit, because there are people that are going to be watching you because they like what you look like. If you look like rich, if you look foreign, which you probably will if you're a tourist. So, yeah, like it's legit. Like people go missing there all the fucking time. And I'm not trying to like make it out to be a bad place, but that's what I experienced when I lived there. Is like some doorman got murdered in the next apartment building right by mine. But it's really beautiful.
I don't think that makes up for people stealing my kidney and liver.
So like the beaches, like they're like it's just like that. Like there's caves just like that. Like I've been to shit like that. And the people are super nice, but you just have to fucking watch your back. You really have to fucking
the ones who take your organs.
Well, that's the thing, is like you have to pay attention. Like you have to like stay with your fucking group if you're like a tourist. You know what I mean?
Stay in the tourist areas. Don't venture out and try and see the new things that the tourists don't see.
Yeah, and also like
that's what they always do.
How that guy was like driving on that road, like those mountain roads are legit like that. Like you can fucking like drive your shit off a cliff real fucking easy because they don't give a shit about the roads and they're that fucking curvy because it's pretty mountainous for a country. Brazil's huge, actually. Yeah. It's got a lot of different zones, so you can do whatever you want to do. You can go to the beach, go to the fucking jungle, go to the desert, whatever the fuck you want. That country's got it. You just have to pay attention. Like, be aware of your surroundings. I would say that for any country, but I would say that specifically if you go to a foreign country where you don't speak the language. Like, just stay where your fucking guide's at. Your guide is your guide for a fucking reason.
Mm-hmm. And it was filmed in Brazil as well. Just to make note of that.
It made, like, I like miss, like, that music a lot, which is really, like, funny for me to say because it's so, like, not my genre of music. But it's cool. I would recommend going there. Just, like, pay attention to what the fuck you're doing. And this movie is kind of like that, you know what I mean? Because, like, that's what I was saying the whole time. I was like, just pay attention. What are you doing? Pay attention. Pay the fuck attention. No, don't drink those shots. You don't know where that shit is. Like,
hell though.
Yeah, don't, like, and I don't know. It's so different from here. It was. I
like this scene where the guy from London, I forget his name, the one girl was flirting with him. Oh. And she's trying to say what her name is, but he couldn't pronounce it. So he's like, Areola. She's like, no. And she keeps trying to say it. I forget what her name actually really was. Anyways, cut to the little hut. They just finished having sex. Yeah. He's like, oh, that was great. Come back to London with me. And she goes through his wallet. She's like, thank you. He's like, wait a minute. I didn't know you were a prostitute. He's like, it's not like that. You really like me. And she goes, no. And she walked away. I loved it. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, so I feel like I like this movie because I've been there and I'm like, this, like, is semi-accurate. Like I said, like, you're not, if you go there, you're not going to automatically die. Please don't think that. Just be aware. And I think you should always be aware anyways, no matter what country you're in. Be aware here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I'm always fucking aware. I'm, like, always, like, looking behind my, like, shit and stuff just because I have a sketchy job. So, like, yeah, I feel like everyone should practice that anyways. Just, like, pay attention to where you're at, man.
Yeah.
Pay attention, people.
Well, scary shit happens in the U.S.
Yeah, like, this, it could be, like... It could be the U.S. too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It got me on this, like, I was Googling after it and then reading about the person that recently got kidnapped here, and it was like, I didn't realize, see, this is the white girl. This is a white girl talking, sorry, y'all. Like, I didn't realize that Texas is so bad, I guess, but it said because it's so close to the border and the coast. And it said in, I think it was 2016, 300,000 people went missing and were kidnapped in Texas. And I was like, what? So I had no idea. And now I've always...
in Texas?
Just in Texas.
That's crazy.
I've always, like Lita said, like, you know, growing up in the city as a woman, like, you have to watch around you at all times, no matter what. You know, you learn tricks. You learn to avoid streets with no lights. You learn to carry your keys in your hand in a certain way. You learn to always hold your purse, like, stupid tricks that you don't even realize you learn to keep yourself safe. But it's like, then you read about shit like this and you're like, God damn, like, even doing that, there's still more out there that could go wrong. And that is scary.
It is.
Yeah.
And listen up, it's not just females. All of you fucking be careful.
That's right.
Just want to let y'all know. Andrew Faye just came in here. Andrew Faye, be careful. Just saying.
Talk about the end, where the new tourists are like,
oh yeah,
I love that.
I thought it was cute.
They're like, plane.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Mhm.
Seriously, take the plane.
Yep.
It was quite good. Oh, and how much did we like the native guy who finally fought back against his asshole boss?
Oh yeah.
He was awesome. I mean, he wasn't that awesome because he was in on it for a long time, but
A lot of innocent.
he got him at the end.
What's weird is like you meet people like that. Like if they find out that like you're American, they'll be like, "Let me practice your like English with you." You know what I mean? It's really it's kind of weird. If you like stick out and they know that you are not from there, they will walk up and start asking you shit in English, just like that guy did. And it's like, you know, they're
Oh,
totally
you're
like
talking
in
about
this.
Kiko. I'm talking about
Yeah.
the guy who shot his boss at the end.
Oh,
Who
the
saved him.
Indian.
But
Yeah.
we can also talk about Kiko because he was
Yeah.
great. But yes, his English got better and better as
Yeah.
time went on. So it was quite obvious that he wasn't that bad at English.
Yeah. Also
Did you guys notice that?
yeah, no, he knew, like they know how to speak a decent amount. And also with like the Indian, like they like look down on their Native Americans a lot. A lot in that country.
It looks like it.
That's accurate too.
Did anyone else laugh when Kiko kept asking, "How many a brother and sister are you having?" They kept trying to correct him, but he couldn't get it. He's like, "No, no." I thought that was funny. There was some good comic relief in there. The guys from London were pretty funny.
Yeah.
I thought Kiko had me laughing quite a bit. The girls, not so much. I did not think they were the best characters in general.
They were annoying.
I have a question about the Swedish couple that they met at the bar. So they got taken, right?
Right.
Were they taken for the same purpose?
Yes.
Or was this some? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Same
I have an
guys.
issue because she escapes and falls off a cliff and dies anyways. But the guy did not escape, but the captor was very quick to just hack him up with a machete.
And then they got in trouble for it too. Like
Okay, I don't think I caught
Oh
it.
yeah, right.
yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that.
They get mad.
Like they had like the black guy that had like the phone that was like looking at all the pics, like he got stabbed in the eye because he wasn't paying attention to, well, he was there, but like he wasn't paying attention to what his boss was saying, so he was like, fuck you, I don't need you. And then that was the message to everyone else to like not let anyone else escape like those two tried to do, like no fuck ups anymore, because this is how you're gonna end up with a fucking like
shish kebab. It was from the kebab that the kid sold him.
Also, right
in front of the like 6-year-old. He's like, let this listen to you, as he gouges this guy's eye out and kills him.
I'd just like to say that the cheese sticks that guy was eating before he like stabbed that black guy in the eye are delicious. They're so fucking good.
It looked bomb. It really did.
Yeah, it's just like straight up fried cheese. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good.
What is the best thing. How can we procure that here?
I don't think you can get the actual cheese here because let me tell you my struggles with like trying to find Brazilian shit in America.
It's not working out.
It's pretty fucking hard, man. Like it's not the same. I've tried to like find like this bread that has cheese in it that you bake and then it's all like stringy cheese when it comes out. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. It's like the food of the gods. Because it's bread and cheese, right? Like, how can you fucking lose?
Who wants to say no to that?
Well, like, I bought some from Publix, and I was like, this ain't the same shit, yo. Like, it's not. It's not at all.
It's not.
It's a fucking liar. But so like, and I've tried to have my mom. I'd be like, yo, can you like, you know, when you go down there, can you like send me like a mix of it? And like, it's not the same. It's really not. Like, you need to have like Brazilian people make pound de queijo for you, and you're gonna die when you put it in your mouth. You're gonna be like, this is the best thing ever because it's bread and cheese, and it melts in your mouth.
Not in your hand.
Nope, sure don't, because it's got crust on it.
It did look. I did make note of it and thought that it looked delightful.
So I looked up violent crime rates from Brazil for 2017 compared to America. So for violent crime rates, it's 40,000. They're ranked first, 3 times more than the United States,
Jesus
which is
Christ.
ranked 9th.
Crazy.
And that's shit that they document. You know what I mean? You have no idea who else is getting killed because they don't give a fuck. It's
Right.
like the less dead. I don't know if you guys know that term. That's people they don't give shit about,
Yep.
like prostitutes.
Those don't get reported even.
Yeah. So the number is much higher. Is
Right.
it dangerous? Yes. 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 It is a dangerous country.
Yes. May I take a moment to just note that Robert is in the chat. Hello, Robert, with his boob little thing he does with the boobs. And welcome back to Stephen, and hello again, Andrew, and Miko. Hey, Miko. Good to see ya. I just like, you know how I like to verbally acknowledge people, you guys.
Yeah, I was looking at that stat because I wanted to see. I've not checked it, and I was curious after this movie because I was like, you know, like some bad shit happened when I was there. So let me see if it's worse than.
Still fucked up.
Yeah, still fucked up.
Yeah. I know. I looked it up
sucks.
too, and it said 100 on average, 160 murders a day.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a big country, though. I mean, like, I'm not trying to justify it, but it's really huge. Like, Brazil is massive.
Because think of how violent we are here. And we have.
Say it again. You broke up.
I said in where we are in like the U.S., it's really violent here. So think of how many we have, and then they have, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys rate this film?
Oh, it's ratings time.
Yeah.
Townsfolk also rate this movie. I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
I don't hate it. It's not like obviously not my favorite film.
Right.
But you are right. It kind of was a fun, like, because it was summery. I was feeling it a little bit more probably than usual. Yeah, I give it a 6. I think at least the acting was good. It looked pretty. The setting was pretty. They're just so stupid. I really can't go any higher than a 6. I'm so sorry. Also, can I also add, I would have liked to see more people having their organs taken from them.
So.
I really would have
or
enjoyed
just
it.
more nitty gritty with it. Like I would have liked to see more how they do it.
It was not very upsetting, honestly.
Yeah.
She was drugged, so she wasn't even like screaming or. We're sick people, I know, but we're just saying. Just saying, maybe a little more grisly and weird.
I hang out with you guys.
I know. That's why we've all found each other in this community. All right, whoever wants to go next.
I'll rate it.
Go, girl.
I give it a big, funny 5.5 out of 10. Because, like, it's not a good movie. It's not.
Right.
But it's not a bad movie. It's just kind of a gray area movie. It's in the middle. You know? And I made it funny in my own head, so as I do. When I get bored, I start imagining things.
Sometimes you have to.
That's how I got through it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna rate it a 5.5 out of 10. Like, I don't know, like there were good things, but like I said, not my favorite kind of movie. And who else felt bad for the other guy that was like laying on that other bed thing while he was watching that girl get her organs harvested?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Poor guy.
I know. I did like the London characters quite a lot. Oh, my husband's in the chat and
Hey,
wants
husband.
to know if one of you is connected to the internet via potato.
Husband, the other one. Sorry, my husband went what? Not you, the other one.
Other husband.
Other husband. Yes, I am connected by a potato. My internet is bad right now. You guys were cutting out, so I just took my cam off, and suddenly I could hear you better.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No,
You see my cool picture?
He said it's Serena.
Yeah, mine's always down.
We're gonna blame Serena always.
She plugged straight into a potato today.
I mean, it might be me soon too, because surprise, it's about to rain.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear the thunder right now. So.
Send it on up north, sister. Okay, what are our ratings so far? I'm sorry. I'm like so fucking 6.5? 6? Sorry, I gave the 6.
Yeah.
5.5. What'd you give it, Vic? I'm sorry.
5.5.
5.5. Okay. Carry on. Lita, you want to rate?
Yeah. So, I'm gonna kind of like. I think I'm gonna give it a 6.5, but it's just because it, like, I can relate. I was there, you know what I mean? I feel like that, like, kind of makes me like the movie a lot. Like I know the songs that they like were like singing during like some of the stuff that was going on, and I don't know. I had a good time when I lived there. So, for being like, I don't know, in elementary school, it was okay. But we were also like wealthy for that country. So if I was poor, probably not so much. So I think that I like get to hear Portuguese again and stuff like that, spoken like properly, is nostalgic for me. So I'm going to give it that, like a 6.5. Also that I feel like it's kind of accurate with what that country has to deal with. Like also the stupid Americans too, even though I was like kind of one of them, but I looked like I wasn't, so I could kind of like squeak in a little bit. But yeah, like I feel like they're pretty good about tourists, and they like try and be like very accommodating, but like when someone comes into your country and just like trashes your shit or just sees you for their escape, it's kind of shitty. So I understand like why that doctor would be like, I'm gonna kill all the gringos. A lot of people have that sentiment. A lot of people in Latin countries are not very fond of gringos. So
Michael Hahn said definitely a laundry folder.
I haven't seen it in like 5 years, so I actually paid attention to it. But just because I haven't like seen like any Brazil shit in forever, so.
May I ask you a question? If you were a poor child in Brazil, would you sell the fried cheese?
You would have to.
Okay. So you'd go around with those sweet little like ovens they had. I kind of liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty cool.
So you could buy like fried cheese, or you could buy roasted nuts off the street, and they're all over. They're all over it because they're trying to like make their money because they live in the favelas, and that's their only income. The kid is the only one that can make the money, which is sad. It's a poor ass fucking country. And like I said, like I was privileged when I lived there. And there's some like hard shit in that country that like is fucking real. Like that village that they were in, that's real. That's what it looks like. But more stacked, more people, less like vehicles, less bicycles. Like people are walking in sewage on bare feet and stuff like that. That's real. But you don't see that in like the tourist shit. Rio does not want you to see that. They want you to go to the beach and have fun with the beach, but don't look at the fucking mountains with all the poor people that are stacked on top of each other.
Yeah. Well, I think most, honestly, locations like that are exactly the same, but there's a similar situation.
Yeah.
A lot of places like that. There's the tourist area, and then there's the outskirts.
Yeah.
They don't want you to go there.
It's third world, and you shouldn't because you will get killed.
It's not a good idea.
Nope.
No. Thank you for all of the warnings. So if anyone's planning a trip to Brazil, now you fucking know. Okay? Now you know. Who else has to rate? Ray has to rate.
Am I the last? Serena's gotta be the last.
Serena's the last, yeah.
All right.
Oh.
I'll give it a 6. It was average to me. It was entertaining. It's one that I would watch again, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God. It's not a movie that I would stop what I'm doing in order to watch it, if that makes sense.
So you would fold laundry to it.
I would indeed fold laundry to this.
Indeed. I agree. I would not mind having it on the background, but yep, I'd probably be doing something else if it just randomly came on. And Serena, you're the last one.
I give it a 5.
You're giving it a 5?
Like love, hate. Some days I'm like, oh, this is a fun thing, but then it's lacking so much for me. So
right.
I'll give it a 5. Fair enough.
Okay. I think we're averaging around like a 5.5 right now.
Yeah.
For that. I'm not mad that I watched it though.
No, I was okay with watching it again. I couldn't remember if it was like this movie or like the one where they're at that temple and like the plants start like eating them. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, is it that one or like the other one? And then I was like, oh, okay, it's the one where they're like swimming impossible amounts of time in these caverns.
I'm reading the townsfolk ratings. Edgar said 7. Michael Villegas said a 5. Michael Long 3.6, only slightly better than Last House on Massacre Street. He said, Michael, you are a tough critic, man. I like it. Andrew Fay 6.5. Dark Mike said 5. Sasker Vashkolagalax, I think, said a 10 plus. That could or could not be a joke rating. I don't know. Zachary is still trying to get me to watch Phantasm 2. Never going to happen, guys.
All right, ladies.
Oh my God,
I have to head out. It's a late night for me here in Texas. So,
hey, Ray.
Yes.
Could you do me a favor since we're going to do our giveaway?
Yeah.
Will you ask your trivia question first?
Okay, I can. Are you guys ready in the chat?
Yeah. Okay, let's quickly explain it. We're going to do our giveaway. We're going to ask 6 questions because there are 6 of us, so each of us have a question. Whoever answers each question first correctly goes on to the final round. So if you answer something correctly, you're in the final round, and then you don't answer any more questions. We're just trying to, like, make it so there are 6 people, and then we're going to do a random draw after 6 people. Does that sound good to everyone? That's what we decided, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys can help me keep track of who gets it right first. So let us know in the townsfolk. Are you guys ready? I actually really like Ray's question, and I wanted to ask it. Are we ready? Are we ready? People have prepositions. I don't like the sound of that.
Wait.
We're gonna start without y'all, whether you're ready or not. That's what's gonna happen. Ready. Michaels are ready. Andrew Faye's ready. Edgar is ready. Should I show what they're winning?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe that would be a good idea. I kind of forgot about that. Okay. Guys, we got all the merch. All the merch you could ever want.
It's so beautiful.
It's so fucking
the beautifulest
beautiful.
thing.
It truly is. Sometimes late at night, I have a little bit to drink, and I feel like shopping. So I went on a little shopping spree with my photo lab, and I got all the Freaky Girls Live merch you could ever want. First thing we have is this button. This is not like little buttons you put on your vest, guys. This is a giant fucking button. This is like the 1980s when you would be on a sports team. Your mom would like order a picture of you like with a baseball bat on a pin and like wear it on her shirt every time she came to your games. That's what this is. However, I am gonna put a magnet on the back so you can use it as either or. Okay. So we got a pin. Fantastic. We got fantastic fun. Look at the shape on this. Stickers.
That's cute.
I love
that.
Loving. You guys are going to be the biggest Freaky Girls fans in the whole wide world. We have a keychain. Don't get it twisted. This is useful not just for keys. It's a fucking flashlight, you guys. Like,
practical.
Who does such a thing? Look at this. This is the one that made me laugh most when I got in the mail. I'm like, oh, I did order those. Perfect. I think this is my favorite one, though, and I'm wearing it right now. We got our Freaky Girls Live dog tags.
I want one. Oh.
Same.
So, well, yeah, the girls will. We actually have T-shirts coming in from someone very special who got them for us. But the girls will. You guys will be getting this merch before I think all the girls will have all theirs. So that is our merch, guys. So whoever wins this gets all of those super fun things. And
it's so legit now.
I hope you guys rock it 1980 style with your button. But if you want to use it as a magnet, we're not going to be mad at you. Okay. Anyways, so that's what you're getting. And now we will carry on with the competition. Ray?
Oh, okay. Question number 1.
Okay.
So, first one to write in the chat and tell us, in the movie Carrie, how does Carrie kill her mother?
Vic, you're liking this because you love Alice Trebek so much.
Yeah.
Does anyone have it yet?
Yeah.
Who got it?
We have. Well, I don't know. There's some people that said knives. Some people said knives telepathically. Some say magic.
Ray, I will let you declare which is okay with you.
We'll go to the jury. Technically, all of those are correct.
They are. I will go with knives. For me is good.
Knives, I'll take.
Are we all accepting knives?
Yep.
So is that Michael Viegas?
Yep.
Okay, I got Michael right here. Writing them down. Mr. Weismayer. Okay, got you. So, Michael, don't answer any more questions, okay? Do us a favor. All right, who wants to do their trivia question next?
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. What was the very first American film shot in Brazil?
Whoa.
Fully shot in Brazil.
What, wait, is it a horror film?
A horror film.
Okay. I don't know the answer to this.
I do.
Uh-oh. You got a thing for Brazil.
Yeah.
I think everyone is busy Googling.
I was about to say that. You know.
Yeah, right.
Google. Lamonia says Spice World. That is absolutely a horror film.
Steven got it right.
That makes sense.
I thought
I had no idea.
I didn't know it was gonna be. That was tricky, girl. All right, Stephen Atkins. Got him written down. Stephen Atkins, you may not answer any more questions. Okay. Who wants to go next? Vic, you got one?
Yeah, I have my question.
Okay.
Okay, so not including Freddy versus Jason, how many Friday the 13th movies don't have the words Friday the 13th in their title?
I need to count.
I know, these are not easy. I'm actually lucky at it. Vic, you're going to have to call the winner because I don't know the answer.
Okay, so the answer is 2, and Will I Like It Reviews got it first.
All right. Will I Like It? What is Will I Like It's name? Will?
That's CP. He's one of my buddies.
CP?
Yeah.
3PO?
Maybe. Sometimes.
All right.
got a
Good
good
job.
channel.
Congrats. A lot of people got that one, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Okay. Oh, creep up. All right. Perfect. Queenie, would you like to ask your question?
So, I want to know, in the movie Ginger Snaps, what is the name of Ginger's sister, and not just the letter of her name? CP.
3PO.
Shasta. Anything but Shasta. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I love hate everyone right now.
Oh, you guys are funny.
No one takes my shit seriously ever. I'm like, look at this.
Oh, man. You guys could be busy Googling it instead of saying Fantasia.
Right.
Fantasia. Michael Viegas is dying because he knows the answer.
Yeah.
No, I want to eat Thin Mints. It's different. Zachary.
Totally different.
You're all fucking jerks.
Let's go.
How dare you?
Fantasia.
My delicate sensibilities.
Andrew, that is why we Google things if we don't know the answer. Damn it. God damn it, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
I guess if you're on your phone, though, you can't really Google at the same time as you're on a stream.
Nope. Ask me how I know.
Snickerdoodle. Yeah. Have you been cut off the stream before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop talking
Yes.
about the stage.
Those
See, that's my phantasm, okay, Laura? That's my phantasm. This fucking Shasta stain bullshit. It
I'm
never
so
leaves me.
sorry. I'm
This is
so
my thing
sorry.
now. I guess it means I've been accepted.
You have. We're still waiting for you.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with a B.
They call her
They
B.
literally call her B, but her name does slip out once in a while.
That's a hint.
It's a cute name too.
It is.
Yeah.
So just start naming out names.
Finally. Michael got it. Finally.
Yes.
Oh yay!
No, it wasn't Friendo. God damn it. You're never going to live that down.
Oh no. Friendo
No.
will never simply disappear. God
Like a
damn
ghost.
it.
Really annoying
Okay.
ghost.
All right.
Thank you, Michael.
Woohoo!
Lita. Yes, thank you, Meyer. Mayor? Fucking no. Lita, do you want to ask you your question? Boogerina. Jesus Christ. God.
So my question is, who is on the knife that I used in the very first promo for Freaky Girls Live? And if you go search my channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell.
Yeah, girl. It's all about that hustle.
Wait a minute.
I love it.
Just because I know if you're going to go there because you don't know the answer, just go ahead and hit all that shit while you're there.
Because why not? Why not?
You're going to have to dig deep for that one because that one's a while.
That's like a year ago.
The Nightmare Files is very kind. He is subbed to all of us.
Aw.
Thank you, Mike.
You've got our back.
Mike, I am also subbed to you.
Thank you so much for subbing to my channel. I appreciate that.
Very much so.
Andrew got it right.
Well, Andrew failed. Yay. Ooh, and it was a guess. Okay, all right.
It was a good guess.
I got you.
That was a good guess.
Well,
That was perfect. Okay, so the Michaels, Stephen Atkins, and Andrew Faye.
That's
don't
right.
answer. You guys have already gotten one correct. We will go into the draw. All right, my question is, this is real random. What state was the horror film Wrong Turn set in?
Oh. That's a good one. Oh, wait.
Mike, I am subbed to you. If anyone's not subbed to Mike, he has a real nice voice to listen to. Alabama. Incorrect. Oh, Dark Mike got it right.
That's what yeah. Like I wasn't sure, but I was like,
all right. Amazing job, guys.
Yep.
Those were not all that easy. Does anyone have the randomizer app like on their phone that they can show this happening, or do I want to cut this up and like draw out of a hat?
I don't have it. I've never done a giveaway.
We're just so unprepared sometimes.
Can you
guys.
just bring up the website on your computer and like do a screen share?
What's the website?
I think if you
Randomizer?
just Google randomizer.
All right.
Sorry to make you work, Laura.
This is too much. I do everything around here. List randomizer. Name picker. Quickly pick a random name. All right. Is this gonna work?
So while Laura's looking that up, I'm just gonna go over who our people are that are in this. Because I was also writing it down. So we have Michael Villegas, Stephen G. Atkins, Will I Like It Reviews, Michael Long, Andrew Fay, and Dark Mike. So those are our 6 finalists.
Ooh, there's a fun one on here where you can spin the wheel.
Cool.
You have to put people's names in there, and it doesn't. All right, I'll give this one a whirl because it sounds like a good time. Take me just a second. While we're sitting here, everyone go sub to each other.
Have a sub fest.
Townsfolk, have a big, huge subbing orgy on our behalf. And Dark Mike. Let's see if this works. Ooh. This is fun, you guys. Alright. How do you spin it, though? OMG, this is going to be fun. Okay. Sorry. I'm really excited about this because it's like
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm screen sharing. And let me know, can everyone see this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can everyone see the super fabulous wheel? Okay.
It's fancy.
Uh-huh.
It is
Okay, so I got
super
Stephen
fancy.
Atkins, Will I Like It Reviews, Michael Long, Andrew Fay, Dark Mike, and Michael Villegas. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yay! All right, I'm gonna click to spin, guys. Here we go. It makes a noise too when it lands on someone. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's going around. It's going around. It's going around. It's going around. Michael Long!
Oh,
Our mayor! What up? Couldn't be more perfect. Love you all. Super excited for Michael. Michael, do me a favor. PM me your address on Facebook, and I will be sending out the super fun bag of Freaky Girls swag. You guys, that was the best fun ever. How do I stop? How do I stop screen sharing? Okay, wait, hold on. Did it stop? Did it go away?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yes, it was awesome. Okay.
That's
All right.
cool.
That was fun. And thank you again to Laura for your drunken shopping. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's why we got the merch. That's why we got the merch.
That's amazing.
All right, ladies.
All right.
On
Good
that
night,
note, I'm gonna head
Red.
out.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
Night night.
Bye.
I know, I have
Alright.
to get off soon.
I have like one general question for you guys. I have to go to the bathroom really quick. Are you guys down for answering like just a general horror question for fun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's 12:15, so we'll get off at 12:30. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's fun.
All right. All right, I'll be right back. And townsfolk, if you guys have questions for us, feel free to ask. We're quite open.
Yeah. Definitely ask them.
Yeah,
If you
I'll
got
be
'em.
right back.
It's your chance.
And congrats to Michael for like winning that. God, you promote the shit out of this stream, so I can't think of anyone else that would be more deserving of the merch.
Yeah.
Definitely like We have an Instagram now. I don't know if you guys know that. Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think so.
So we can talk about that, I guess, while Laura's like, you know, doing whatever. So yeah, like we have an Instagram. I haven't logged into it yet because I am horrible with Instagram. I'm really trying to be better at mine so I can help out with this one. But it's Freaky Girls Live, right? Dick? Yeah. So she's posting now, but we can all post. I think we're just trying to get to that point where we can all do it. And I'm really going to try and make an effort to do that. But I just struggle with Instagram so hard sometimes. I don't know why. It's really easy. It's like the easiest fucking platform ever. But I'm just like, I don't ever have like time, or like I can't take a photo, or I don't have an internet like service. Like if you knew where I went, you would understand. There's like no service there. But yeah, we have that. So check that out. We're going to try and be active on that. And if Michael, when you get your stuff, if you want to like hashtag Freaky Girls and like post that, that'd be cool. So everyone can see the merch that you got from our stream on our Instagram. That would be awesome.
Thanks, Zachary Haith, for following our Instagram. I'm going to follow you back.
Yeah, I don't know what to post on there. It's weird because I don't even know what to do with my own. So I'm just like, what should I do? And I can't look at it now because I'm on my phone.
What did I miss?
We're talking about the Instagram.
Oh yeah, we got an Insta now. Thanks to Victoria.
And I was just saying that like I'm terrible with mine, and I just started trying to be active with mine. So I'm gonna want to like post on that one too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just hard. I forget.
You know what I'm gonna start posting on there? I'm gonna start posting random screenshots from our live streams.
Do it.
Awesome.
100%. I also want a video on there of the wheel spinning because I'm never going to get over that spinning wheel that just happened. Never gonna get over that. That was amazing.
I mean, like I have all of our old thumbnails because I put them in the videos. So I like, would that be okay to post that on there? Like just
yeah.
The fucking legacy of the show. Like
yes.
Because we've been here for a year or whatever, but like I just don't know. Like I'm so like Instagram retarded sometimes because when I post a photo like on my feed, I'm like, yeah, this is cool, and then I like drop fast in like followers. I'm like, okay, not so much. So I really don't want to kill our page. So that's why I'm like, Vic was like, log in and post, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
We have some loyal fans. You can't kill our page. It's okay. Yeah. Ooh, what are we talking about? What's the townsfolk talking about?
Well,
I see.
CP,
okay, go
CP
ahead.
Brought up that hold on here. I'll read his question.
Okay.
Let me get to it. What's your favorite French extremist movie?
Oh my!
I said Martyrs, of course.
Oh, it's gotta be. Ooh, but High Tension too.
Inside is really good though.
I didn't like Inside that much.
I don't like the like pregnancy thing. It freaks me out.
It's awful.
It didn't bother me, and it probably should.
It bothered me to the core because I'm terrified of getting pregnant. I'm gonna have a demon baby. I just know it. So it's not gonna happen. Nope. Shut it down. This space for rent.
Oh God. Oh, yeah. I really like High Tension. I gotta go with High Tension on that.
Yeah.
Though I do love Martyrs too. High Tension's such a great. It just describes the movie.
Yeah.
It does. You're literally feeling tense the entire time.
Have you seen those? Have
Go
you
ahead.
seen both of those, Victoria? Like Inside and High Tension?
I actually haven't, and High Tension is like on my list of movies to watch on Shudder that I haven't gotten around to.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, watch both of those.
Yeah.
Oh, we already reviewed High Tension, didn't we?
Yeah, I picked it.
Such a great movie.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go back. I'm not sure whose picks is it for next month. I think I'm due, but I'm not sure. It might be me and Lita or me and Vic. I can't figure it out.
So
I'll go back and check.
Yeah, because I have no idea.
Yeah, we can talk about that when we're off of here. All right, give me some other French horror. Honestly, besides those three.
I feel like that's the only thing that I know. Okay.
Oh,
Frontiers.
Raw.
Oh, Raw, yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't either.
You guys gotta watch it. It's so good.
Yeah, I want to. I don't know why I haven't. I'm just like, okay, I do know why. So I've been watching The Terror, and that's been taking up most of my time as far as like these movies for the stream and like any movies in general. I've just been like obsessed with that like TV series right now. So I'm just like, if I have to watch it, and that's the only thing I've been watching besides these two movies that I had to watch.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
But I will watch it. Incident in a Ghostland was done by the director that did Martyrs, and that's it's a relatively new movie, so 2017, I think. And I did watch that. If it wasn't so new, I would choose it, but I feel like that's going to be hard for a lot of people to find. But it's I can tell he directed that. Do you know what I mean?
I could probably download that one if you end up picking it next time. We have our ways. We have our freaky ways.
But he did Martyrs, and there's some controversy about Incident in a Ghostland because of like it. I mean, it's really not that major, but I guess I get it, kind of.
Okay. Frontiers. I haven't seen Frontiers yet.
It's really good.
Ooh, Frontiers is
crazy movie.
Recommended.
Oh yeah.
Also recommended by the mayor of the townsfolk. Oh, okay. So here's my question for you guys. I was just thinking about it earlier. I want to know from all of you, is there a character who really, truly scares you in a horror movie? It doesn't have to be like the villain or anything. Just any creepy character that actually freaks you out. Because I know it's hard sometimes as an adult to really be afraid of, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I don't get scared very often. It's not something that happens to me, but I was wondering, is it the same for you guys? Do you guys have a certain character? Okay, let's hear it.
Have you guys ever seen what's it called? It's not Hard Candy. The other candy one. Devil's Candy. That one. Devil's Candy.
I never watched it. I never watched it when everyone was watching it.
That was a really good
killer
movie.
in it fucking
Yeah, it was.
creeps me out because
Really?
he's so real.
That gross guy?
Yes, it's
He was
because
so
he's that
gross.
gross. He kills children.
Yeah,
Like-
he's super.
He hunts the most vulnerable down because they're the sweetest candy, and he's all fucking obsessed with the devil.
Ew.
Yeah, that movie's rough. That movie's a hard movie. I would
That's
recommend it if you like
that's a really good
extreme
movie.
hits. Yeah, and there's all this metal stuff going on, which is cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! High five, Lita.
Yep. Yeah, the soundtrack is amazing for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because they equate the music with the killer at one point. You know,
Yep.
he uses it to
And-
drown out the devil.
Yeah, that and the chick is like all into metal too.
Yeah,
Like
they're a
she,
metal family. They're a metal family.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
adorable.
yeah.
So cute.
She was my, like, her room was my room when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, I started watching that movie and I never finished it. Is that with Ethan Embry?
Yeah.
He's the dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I finished it.
Oh.
Okay. I'm liking in the chat too. Zelda, Julian Beck, and Poltergeist 2. Zelda's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Massacre, I'm with you all day. Fuck that bitch. I don't ever want to see her face.
Yeah.
Julian Beck and Poltergeist 2. Also fucking creepy. Art the Clown. How does anyone feel about Art the Clown? I watched it. I wasn't that impressed. I think it got overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
Very overhyped.
It got really overhyped.
No,
I'm not scared of clowns, so.
I'm not either.
As far as clowns go, he's pretty creepy.
He's pretty creepy for a clown. I just think the movie in general got overhyped, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I liked it for the gore, and I think the, like, his, like, clown aesthetic is pretty creepy, but that's pretty much all I would be able to say about that movie.
Yeah. Maybe we won't talk too much about it in case we, like, pick it one day to review.
I mean, I liked it for what it was, but, like...
Yeah. The acting was horrendous in that film. Horrendous.
Well, I feel like they tried to do that on purpose.
I don't think they did.
Really? I thought they were just trying to, like, focus on, like, him being, like, super creepy, and then, like, the hell with the rest of the cast, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah.
As Art the Clown, but the rest of the cast was it was painful.
I think he's definitely got a look to him that's really cool.
He sure does.
Yeah.
He's definitely a creepy looking clown. I just haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah. Check it out sometime. I'd be interested to know what you think.
I think it was definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I think it would be, like, a need to see, at least for a horror fan.
Yeah, I watched it with my 18-year-old niece, and we both we laughed our way through it, but that one scene, you know what I'm talking about, that one scene.
Yeah.
The gore before that was just ridiculous, but that one scene we were like, oh, come on, man. That was painful to watch. Yeah. Okay. So who else is creeped out by someone?
Dr. Satan.
Ooh.
Oh.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaks me out.
Pretty good. Pretty good pick.
So big.
And I'm talking like you're going to bed at night, turning off all your lights, and you're thinking this person could be like maybe lurking around the corner somewhere.
Yeah, like legit scared, not like you know, like, oh, I think I'm okay. No. You're not okay.
No, you're like pulling the covers up over your head. You're like, oh fuck, why did I have to get that into my head? That's the kind of situation I'm talking about right now.
I totally have one, and it's so random, but like, and I don't even know why. I have no idea why it stuck with me so bad. But if you guys have ever seen the movie Darkness Falls,
yes.
So like
The tooth fairy.
the tooth fairy, yeah, like the tooth fairy. So it's really weird because yeah, like the thing is like I watched the movie in the house that like I had like weird shit happen to me anyways, and I had like legit dreams after I watched that movie. Like that chick was coming out of our attic and coming to fucking get me.
Oh, she's coming to get your teeth.
Yeah, and I heard like I always heard shit in that attic anyways, and then when I saw that movie, it like reinforced it so fucking hard. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm going to lose my fucking mind." Like I had like do you know those dreams that are like so fucking tangible that you're just like this shit is real, you know?
Yep.
Like I fucking hate that shit because I don't dream at all. Usually I do not dream, and I'm so thankful for that because if I did, I feel like I would be like really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like like these dreams that I had after I saw that movie, but I knew that there was shit in the attic in this house because it was so old. I was like, this bitch is gonna get me. She's gonna come out of this like creepy attic door and she's gonna come and fucking snatch my ass up. And like I like would wake up in cold fucking sweats, and that's really never happened to me since I lived in my parents' house to be that like fucking scared after waking up. So like what is that? You know what I mean? Like that's some fucked up mental shit that like tapped into like my subconscious bullshit in my head of like some childhood stuff that I was just like, nope, you know, and it really bothered me hardcore. Like, so I honestly don't really watch that movie anymore. Like that's how bad it freaks me out. It's got like a thing with me. And it's such a shit movie. It's so bad, but she's so creepy. And it really struck a chord for some fucking reason.
I think on that note, I feel like next month we should bring back like our creepy stories. We haven't told creepy stories in a while.
Yeah.
Like true stories that have happened to us. They're fun to listen to. Yeah, and we have Vic and Queenie haven't been on since we did that, so I can't. I would like to hear any kind of creepy shit. We're grooming you for the creepy stories. Andrew Faye said Large Marge. As a kid, when she was like, it was a dark and stormy night. It was a night just like tonight. And she turns with her eyeballs poking out of her head. It was creepy as a kid. Who didn't? Vic, did you say one? No, you didn't say one.
Oh, no. So mine would be, like, from The Grudge, where I just thought about it because when Lita was telling her story, like, I remember seeing that movie back in theaters, back in high school. I hadn't seen it in years, and then a few years ago, I had this random dream that instead of just a regular ceiling, there were ceiling tiles for some reason, and that thing like crawled out of it, and I woke up just being like, "Oh my god, I'm going to die." So, yeah, so definitely that's the one thing that I'm still afraid of.
Mine is the exact same.
Really?
Yep, Sadako from The Grudge, and also the son who is half cat and half boy. And he's just creeping up next to people's beds, opening his mouth, meowing like a cat. It's like this big black abyss.
Yeah.
And plus, that bitch she'll come right up under your covers. Like, she could be anywhere, and she looks really scary. And if anyone hasn't seen the Japanese version of that, watch that, and then you'll want to die.
Yeah,
it's so fucking scary.
That's
so scary.
I don't like that noise at all. Like, because I saw the Japanese one first, I was like, no. So I don't, you know, like, have you guys ever like?
Do it right now. I'm trying to do it.
Wait, the noise, the grudge noise?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
That's better.
That good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you learn why she makes that noise is also just disturbing.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's kind of a fucked movie. The Japanese version of it is kind of like pretty fucked up. And then like, have you ever like looked for like horror ringtones? There's so many of those, and you have to like listen to them sometimes. And I'm like, no, I don't want to hear that because that noise really creeps me out.
Yeah, same. I totally agree.
I don't
Michael
know
Long said
why.
Milos from Milos's brother in a Serbian film. Yeah, that's a creepy motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Though I don't envision him like entering my home, but I do feel like Sadako could get into my house because she's a ghost. So that's so funny that you said that. I love that we have the same one.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's just that dream shit. If you dream shit like that, like it sticks in your fucking head. It's so scary how it can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It is.
I don't like. There's like I said, the tooth fairy is so like mundane. So like, why would that bother me? But it just really did. Like, I had like shit ton of dreams about that chick, and like I was just like in like not like paralyzed, but definitely like frozen in fear. And that doesn't happen to me. Like, I don't dream. So when that shit happens, it freaks me the fuck out badly.
A fucking creepy tooth fairy.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was Pinhead. Oh yeah, he teared the. Oh, I was scared every time he came on screen. I'm like, he's gonna eat me. He's gonna throw hooks into my flesh.
Oh my god. Oh, but you saw that as a child? That's scary.
Yeah, I was like 13 when I saw it, so.
I don't remember.
So
I don't remember having like dreams like that.
Now I'm more like, go on.
Carry
Talk
on.
sweet at me, Pinhead. Talk sweet.
He is awesome as Pinhead, I gotta say.
Yeah, Doug Bradley. Oh.
Hand it to Doug Bradley. Doe Bradley.
Yeah.
As it says on the poster of, was it Nightbreed?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He has no luck with his Nightbreed stuff.
Nope. It's a sad story.
I'm sorry,
Sorry
John.
about, yeah, if you're watching, John, we're real sorry.
You deserve better, dude.
Oh, God. All right, guys, we're past our time. We truly are.
Yep.
But we got to thank you guys all, of course, as we always do. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We love it. We love seeing you guys every month.
Hell yeah.
You guys are awesome supporters. And congrats to our mayor who won our giveaway.
Yay.
Mr. Mayor Michael Long. You've done a good job.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. We will be on again in August. We never know the date.
At some point.
At some point, we will be on, and we will let you know as soon as we know.
Stay tuned to our Instagram because we'll be posting on there.
Yes, if you guys aren't following us on Instagram, go request us. And Michael Long, don't forget to PM me your address. All right. Good night, everybody. Townsfolk, we love you. Group hug.
Group hug.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Sleep well.